Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rosa, and welcome to episode 115 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covering in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. The show is on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe on your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. There were no big games out last week, but the games coming out this week include I Am Dead, Black Book, Ever Forward, Action Arcade Wrestling, Untitled Darkness, Foreclosed, Art of Rally, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, The Siege of Paris DLC, Galley Break Deluxe, Faraday Protocol, Tetragon, Fort Triumph, Paw Patrol the Movie Adventure City Calls, Hades, Cardiclasm, Shards of the Four, and Fishing Adventure. New games have been announced for Xbox Game Pass. They include the following. Right now you can play Curse of the Dead Gods on Cloud Console and PC, Dodgeball Academia on Cloud Console and PC, Katamari Damacy Reroll, Cloud Console and PC, Luminous Remastered, Cloud Console and PC, and Skate on Console, Skate 3 on Cloud, Stormmancer Game Preview on PC. Then, on August 12th, you can play Art of Rally on Cloud Console and PC, Hades, former Game of the Year winner, August 13th, Cloud Console and PC, and on August 17th, you can play Microsoft Solitaire Collection Premium Edition on PC. Now to last week's biggest news stories, and we have 7 to cover this week. Number 1, Halo Infinite files include a Battle Royale reference. Adam Bankhurst at IGN writes, while hardly a confirmation, an audio clip within Halo Infinite's tech preview files have been discovered that has Halo's iconic announcer saying, quote, Battle Royale, end quote. As reported by Video Games Chronicle, the data mined audio clip was originally shared on Reset Era and includes nothing more than the words Battle and Royale, but could give hope of those looking to be the last Spartan standing. It is important to remember that 343 has previously gone on record to say that, quote, that only BR we're interested in is the battle rifle, end quote. But that comment was from 2018 and things can obviously change. Expectations should definitely be tempered, however, as this could be from a cancelled Battle Royale mode that the team was testing out, or could be from some other part of Halo Infinite, or from a ton of other possible places. Still, it's a treat to hear Halo's announcer shouting out a mode many have been asking for following the success of Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone. This is very exciting to hear in hopes that it actually leads to a Halo Battle Royale mode. Now obviously they've said a lot on the record to say otherwise, but on good authority, one Colin Moriarty from Last Stand Media has also confirmed that through his inside sources, at E3 2018 when Xbox had their showcase, there was hundreds of TVs on in the background that were used for nothing. According to his sources, this was to reveal a Halo Infinite Battle Royale mode, but was pulled at the last second when EA had a bad reception to Battlefield's Battle Royale mode. Here's to hoping Halo is perfect for this kind of mode. I want them to nail the multiplayer first, so I could see this making sense as down the line, maybe in spring, to reveal a huge Battle Royale mode, and maybe they tease it right before launch. Number 2, Xbox and Twitch have teamed up for another ID at Xbox showcase next week. Tom West at True Achievements writes, ID and Xbox and Twitch have announced that a second Twitch gaming showcase will air on August 10th, giving players another show focused on titles from indie developers. If you're a fan of indie games on Xbox, you're going to want to mark your calendar for next Tuesday, August 10th, because ID at Xbox and Twitch are giving us another showcase at 12 p.m. Eastern. The show will feature a pile of indie titles that we already know about, plus a load that we don't. To sum up the show, publishers such as Chump Squad and Rebellion will be making announcements, Xbox Game Pass will of course be mentioned, some live demos will be available, and we'll be getting the lowdown from the teams working on RPG Time, Ali Ali World, Library of Ruina, The Artful Escape, and more. These are great shows to tune into if you like indie games. I've loved everyone that Xbox has put out. There's always a handful of games in there that pique your interest, obviously some others that don't do anything for you, but lately we've also been getting a lot of great Xbox Game Pass announcements. Tune in. Number 3, Microsoft's new Xbox Night Mode dims your screen controller and power button. Tom Warren at The Verge writes, Microsoft is working on a new night mode for Xbox consoles. The software giant has started testing the night mode with Xbox insiders in the alpha skip-ahead ring today, and it allows Xbox owners to dim their screens, controller LED brightness, and even the Xbox power button. The night mode has had a lot of customization, including different dimming levels and an optional blue light filter. Microsoft is also allowing Xbox owners to dim the LED brightness on their controllers in this night mode and dim the Xbox power button light or turn it off. You can also set an Xbox to switch to the system dark mode and disable HDR when the night mode is enabled. This Xbox night mode can also be set to a schedule, either a manual one or an automatic one, that will enable it at sunset and disable it at sunrise. Microsoft is currently testing this with Xbox Insiders, so expect to see it filter through the various testing channels in the coming weeks before arriving on all Xbox consoles soon. Just more cool system features for all the options that any Xbox and gamer might want to enjoy. I'm a fan of dark mode, but I don't think night mode will be something I'm in. I play in my downstairs, and it's usually not intrusive to anyone else around. Number 4. Gamescom 2021 Opening Night Live will be a 2-hour showcase. Tom Ivan at Video Games Chronicle writes, producer and host Jeff Keighley said on Wednesday the event will provide, quote, a new look at the holiday's biggest upcoming video games and what lies beyond, end quote. 2020's Gamescom Opening Night Live attracted over 2 million simultaneous viewers, representing a fourfold increase compared to the previous year. Gamescom 2021's main event days will take place from August 26th to the 27th, following the Opening Night Live showcase. Major game publishers recently confirmed their participation in the month's event, including Xbox, EA, Sega, and Activision. The full list of confirmed, quote, top international companies, end quote, includes 505 Games, Activision, Aerosoft, Assemble Entertainment, Astragon Entertainment, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, EA, Games Evil, Com2 Europe, Head Up, Indie Arena, Koch Media, Next Studios, Sega Europe, Team 17, Thunderful Games, Ubisoft, Wargaming, and Xbox. In addition, these above companies will be joined by 80 curated top indie titles, according to Gamescom organizers Columnes and the German Games Industry Association. Gamescom is still an exciting time for those who, like me, enjoy and love these conferences and showcases for new game announcements. It's our last big one before the Game Awards at the end of the year, and the Xbox usually has a smaller presence, so expect a couple of smaller announcements. Number 5. Microsoft's new Xbox controller is a dazzling blue and has rubber side grips. Jay Peters at The Verge writes, Microsoft has unveiled its newest Xbox controller, the Aqua Shift Special Edition, and it has a striking, shimmery blue finish that makes it perhaps Microsoft's flashiest controller yet. But the shiny blue color isn't its only distinctive feature. The controller also has rubberized side grips that have a unique dual color swirl on every unit, according to Microsoft. You can pre-order the Aqua Shift Special Edition controller now in select Xbox markets worldwide for $69.99. In the US, the Microsoft Store shows an August 31st availability date. It also shows available for pre-order through Amazon. I gotta highlight this story because if you're into collecting Xbox controllers or you need a new one, this controller is hot. It's blue everything, I love the color, and I just have to thank God that I actually have the Elite Series 2 controller, because if I didn't and I didn't get so used and spoiled with the paddles, I'd be buying up these new controllers left and right. Number 6. Dead Space Remake reportedly aiming for fall 2022 release. Jared Moore at IGN writes, the Dead Space remake being developed by EA Motive is reportedly aiming for a fall 2022 release date. According to a report by GamesBeat, sources familiar with the development of the game have said that Dead Space could launch as early as fall 2022. This may be sooner than many fans expected given that very little has been shared about the game, which was only officially announced last month. The report by GamesBeat claims that internally, EA is anticipating a Dead Space launch during its 2023 fiscal year. However, when approached for a statement surrounding the supposed release of the game, EA said, quote, we haven't shared a release date for the game and we don't have any comment based on the current rumor and speculation, but we're glad people are excited for the game, end quote. For those Dead Space fans, one that I'm not of yet, this is exciting as we don't have to wait that long considering the game was just announced last month, if these rumors are to be believed. Can't wait to get my hands on the remake and experience the survival horror that many have talked about for years. Number 7. Evil Dead the game has been delayed to 2022, but will now get a single-player mode. Scullion at Video Games Chronicle writes, the game's official Twitter account confirmed that the multiplayer horror title, which was planned for a release in 2021, will instead be coming in February 2022. According to the statement, the delay is needed to, quote, give the team some extra time for polish and to ensure this is the ultimate Evil Dead experience you're all waiting for, end quote. As a consequence of the delay, however, the game will now be adding a single-player mode for those who can't or won't play multiplayer. Evil Dead the game is a joint production by Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games and contains likeness of characters from the series. I can't imagine this game being very big, but now, yet another game being delayed to 2022, which is now going to be one of the most stacked games probably in video game history. I know there's a lot of Evil Dead franchise fans out there, but I am not one. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox, and this one is if you need a little fun fact with Halo and your driving directions. Credit to Mitchell Clark at The Verge. Waze now lets you use Master Chief's voice as your guide. Master Chief can now tell you when to turn left or continue straight, thanks to Microsoft and Google teaming up to add Halo Infinite themed content inside Waze. The promotion will also let you get directions from Isharam, the leader of Halo Infinite's antagonists. The Banished. There are also a few other settings that make your voice navigation experience more Halo-y, including the ability to have your vehicle show up as a warthog or a ghost. If I didn't now have my own independent GPS and use my phone for my GPS needs every day, I certainly would be downloading this. I love how cool this is. Just give people the options and freedom to use as much Master Chief as you want in your life. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, please leave a review, and share it with your friends, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. This past week, I've concluded my Mass Effect journey, as I think I might have mentioned on last week's show. Just what a commitment to excellence the entire franchise is. I hope BioWare can recapture the magic with Mass Effect 4, and I started my journey down into Psychonauts. I can't believe how charming this game is. It seems like it was made for me, and I wish I played it sooner. I love how quirky and weird it is, and I'm surprised at how the game still holds up. Finishing this game out before I can start on my Psychonauts 2 playthrough at the end of this month. My name is Brandon Rosa. You can follow me on Xbox at Brosa93. Hope you all have a great week, stay safe, and keep on gaming.